I overheard my brother mocking me and said I had no life, even though I helped him for free, so I stopped. Guess who showed up at my door begging? My older brother Kevin never learned how to do anything because I existed. Growing up, I helped him with homework, covered for him when he snuck out, and lied to our parents when he crashed the car at 17. I was 14. I told them I saw a deer run across the road. There was no deer. When Kevin got married, I planned his bachelor party. When he bought a house, I spent 3 weekends helping him move. When his wife Stephanie had their first kid, I babysat every Friday night for 2 years. Free of charge. That's what brothers are for, right? Kevin's favorite phrase was, "You're the best, little bro," right before asking for something else. The problem was, Kevin didn't just take me for granted. He made sure everyone else saw me as the lesser brother. At family dinners, he'd joke about how I was the reliable one, like it was an insult. He'd tell stories about his promotions, his vacations, his big life, then look at me and say, "And this guy's still doing the same thing he's always done." Consistent, I guess. I brought a girlfriend to Thanksgiving once, 3 years ago. Kevin spent the whole night telling her embarrassing stories about me, called me a pushover in front of everyone. She broke up with me a week later, said I seemed too passive. I didn't date anyone for 3 years after that. Then I met Nina. She was kind, funny, and didn't care about any of Kevin's opinions. I wanted him to meet her at his 4th of July barbecue. We showed up and Kevin barely looked at us. He complained I brought potato salad instead of 7-layer dip. Seriously? What am I supposed to do with potato salad? Later that night, Nina and I were grabbing drinks around the corner from the kitchen. I heard Kevin and Stephanie talking to their friends. "Who's the girl with your brother?" someone asked. Stephanie laughed. "Probably out of his league. Give it a month." Kevin snorted. "She'll figure out he's boring soon enough. His whole personality is being helpful. That's not exactly exciting. At least he's useful," Stephanie added. "Remember when he spent his entire vacation tiling our bathroom?" Kevin shrugged. "Someone with no life, that's who." Nina looked at me. I looked at the floor. We left early. Kevin asked if I was still coming to help build his deck next weekend. I said sure. That Sunday, I didn't show up. Kevin called at noon. "Where are you? I've got $800 in lumber sitting here." Something came up. "Come on, stop messing around." "I'm not coming, Kevin." Silence. "I've been your free labor for 15 years. I'm done." "Where is this coming from? You offer to help. I don't force you. Because you made me feel like that's all I was good for. Someone with no life, remember? You heard that?" Nina heard it too. He backtracked. "That was a joke. Stephanie was being stupid." "Cool. Find someone else with no life to build your deck. I'll be too busy being boring somewhere else." I hung up. 2 weeks later, Kevin showed up at my apartment unannounced. Knocked on my door like he owned the place. "This is ridiculous," he said. "You're really going to throw away our relationship over one comment? One comment? You've been making me feel small our entire lives. You humiliated me in front of my ex. You talked about me like I was your servant. You've never once said thank you without following it with another favor. I'm your brother." "Yeah, you are. And you treated me worse than a stranger." I closed the door. Stephanie tried next. She texted me a long paragraph about how Kevin was really hurting and I was tearing the family apart. She said I needed to be the bigger person. I replied, "I've been the bigger person for 15 years. It's Kevin's turn. Good luck with that." She never responded. That was 8 months ago. Kevin's deck still isn't finished. The contractor wanted $4,000 and Stephanie said that's insane when I used to do it for free. Nina and I are engaged now. Small wedding, 40 people. Kevin asked if he was invited. I said no. He called me petty. Said family forgives. Said I was ruining everything over nothing. I said, "You spent 15 years treating me like I had no life. Now you get to see what yours looks like without me in it."